I was at the farm office finishing up payroll. All the bills were caught up and paid, and that never happened. I literally did not need to be back in the office for a week. Casey was heading off to a 4-H event, and I was sending some cookies, and I needed some containers to send them off in. And my stomach was in knots, and I couldn't stop pacing, and I was invited to go spend a nice overnight with some friends at a cottage. But I had to go to the grocery store, so I finished my work, and I went to Price Chopper. And while I was at the register, a phone call came from a number I didn't recognize. But I answered it anyway. This is Andy calling from the farm. Greg has been in an accident and is on his way to the hospital in the ambulance. He was run over by the cattle trailer. Not much clearance for a grown man. So the bottom of the cattle trailer is a little bit less than 8.5 inches. And there was 10,000 pounds of heifers in the bottom of it, in the back of the cattle trailer. And so began this journey of blessings and miracles. So I'm at the register, and I've got my stuff, and I put the phone in my pocket, and I turned my head, and there stood Jim Elliott. Who doesn't shop? Where's Nancy?
He doesn't.
But he was there. And I had just seen Rick Roberts too. And thought, well, men in the grocery store. So I just walked right over to Jim, and I told him what had happened, and he just put his arms around me and prayed with me. That was God sending a man of God to me when I needed it so badly. So I got my stuff and went on my way. And he prayed with me that very second. Got my bags and went out to the car. My head was spinning. I tried to call Greg's parents to go next door to be with Casey when I told her what had happened. My in-laws have 3 phones. Did you think they had one? They did not. I was hoping they would go over there, get her, and bring her to the hospital. So I headed across town towards Samaritan, and the phone rang. It was Angela. Her mother gave her an appropriate name, because I needed a guardian angel that day. And she was my angel. She told me what was happening. Greg was on his way in the ambulance to the Adamstown barn to be picked up by the medevac helicopter. She would go get Casey. I was to go meet Greg at the ambulance.